How did you get into anime?
Just through friends, to be honest. I wasn't really too sure at first, but then I started watching it, and then since then it's just kind of changed my life. It's helped so much. I think the life lessons and what the characters go through and stuff, it definitely helps.
My guest today is a gent who's turned himself into one of the Premier League's most electric scoring threats. A triple threat forged of creativity, physicality and clinical control. A player who scores goals almost as a means to an end to show the world he knows more about anime than the entire staff at Forbidden Planet. It's a joy to welcome Mr. Dominic Solanke.
Hello, Rog.
Dom, I want to start at the beginning of your journey. You joined Chelsea's Youth Academy just 7 years of age, a time when most kids are learning not to jam Lego pieces up their nose. And that under-8s team, it was stat with you, Tammy Abraham, Fikayo Tomori, both at AC Milan now. What do you remember from those days? Was becoming a professional footballer something you talked about, something you dreamed about together?
Yeah, at that age, it's just all about fun, really. Obviously, being at a club like that, your dream is to always become a professional footballer, of course. We all loved football, played, talked about literally all day, every day when we were together. So, it's obviously something that we always had in our minds. But at that age, like I said, it's literally just about fun. We was all great friends and stuff at that age group. And it was a joy.
You made your debut for Chelsea's senior team, age 17. In the Champions League, where you lined up beside one of your heroes, quite remarkable, Didier Drogba, a player you'd watched on TV, who I know you pretended to be on the schoolyard. What was it like suddenly playing beside him, training with him every day? Are there lessons you learned from him that you still carry with you?
Yeah, for sure. He was definitely my main idol back then. Watching all the games, going to the home games at the stadium, and he was obviously the main guy scoring all the goals. Me being a striker, he was someone I always looked up to, so to have the chance to train and play with him and just see him every day, see how he trains and stuff, it was really good for my career.
What's the most important lesson that you've taken from Didier Drogba, Dominic?
I think just the way that he handled all the pressure of, obviously he was being the guy that got the goals, his confidence and his aura.
From Chelsea, you went to Vitesse, then Liverpool, on to Bournemouth, where you established and transformed yourself into a clinical finisher in front of goal. And you had 3 seasons as Bournemouth's top scorer. And in your last season, as a war cherry, only 3 players had more than your 19 Premier League goals. Dom, what did you do or change to become such a perennial, consistent goal threat?
I wouldn't say I really changed much. I think just over the years, playing consistently, learning a lot, maturing on and off the pitch. I think you get to the point where everything sort of clicks. So I think that's what happened. Obviously with all the experiences and everything that I've been through, it got to that point where I felt good and I got the run of games, the run of goals, and hopefully I don't look back from there.
How much of it is confidence, Dom, and how much of it is technique?
Yeah, I think confidence is a huge thing in football, especially for us footballers. We would know more. I think when the outside, they don't really notice it as much. But confidence is huge in football. I think you see all the time when people are on good runs, everything's going well for them. So I think, it's important, but obviously you're going to have ups and downs in football. So it's important not get too high, but not get too low. And just keep working.
Last August, you traded the South Coast for North London with a big money move to Tottenham Hotspur, Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham. I've got to be candid, I admire Ange greatly. And Son Heung-min came on this show and said that Ange made him feel like a kid again, listening to Ange's passion for football. Can you tell us what Postecoglou's been like for your game? What's he asking you to do? What does his motivation, his mindset do for you as a player?
He's a great manager. Probably a bit like what Sonny said, his passion for the game is incredible. The way he likes to play definitely suits me and the other forward players. He doesn't really put too much pressure on too much other than just playing freely and having that attacking football. Obviously he likes to press and work hard, so that's an important side to the game as well. It's a joy to play in the system.
You talk about that and it makes me realise, regardless of what team's crest is stitched on your jersey, I've always admired how hard you work, Dom, on and off the ball, your willingness to press, to find space, to support your teammates. Do you feel that that's part of your game that a lot of us keyboard warriors don't understand?
Yeah, it's definitely some important part of my game, something I've done my whole life really, but I think especially in football, you're always working, especially when you're coming up against top teams, and it definitely helps. And like I mentioned, the way that we play here is really important with the way we press. So yeah, it's something that's a given for me.
So how do you judge success for you when the final whistle goes? How do you know you've had a good game?
There's a lot of different ways. I think mainly is we get the win. That's always the most important thing in football. But personally, scoring is the main thing that will make me feel good after the game. Yeah, as long as I help the team in any way, as long as we get the win, I think we'll be happy after.
You talk about scoring, and anyone who's watched you play or has just scrolled through your Instagram knows that you live and love for anime. You've dressed up as Roro Noah Zorro from One Piece with a sword in each hand and one in your mouth, which I assume is what you wear at home casually between games. And so far, you've done over a dozen different anime-themed goal celebrations, including last weekend's tribute to Chainsaw Man. Dom, how did you get into anime? What's made it such a deep part of your life, your identity? How does it speak to you?
I got into it just through friends, to be honest. We was talking and they was getting me to start it properly. I wasn't really too sure at first, but then I started watching it and then since then it's just kind of changed my life in that aspect. Something that I watch a lot away from football. It's helped so much. I think the life lessons and what the characters go through and stuff, it definitely helps. Yeah, it always gives you that bit of extra motivation as well. So it's something that I'm quite passionate about and it's definitely helped me as well.
Are there specific characters you actually really identify with, whose attitudes or approaches to life you take with you onto the field?
A lot of this series, but maybe I'd say Naruto, Asta from Black Clover. Yeah, I think what they've been through in life, and like when you think back to, if you're going through a tough time and you think back, I know it's not real, but you go back to seeing what they've been through and stuff, it gives you that extra motivation.
At the end of last season, you even brought props. You wore an Obito Uchiha mask, a character from Naruto. Dominic, how much planning goes into your celebrations? Do you know in your head what you'll do if you score once and if you score twice, as you did this weekend, dropping at Aki Hayakawa tribute? Because that one definitely wasn't an in-the-moment decision.
Yeah, now to be fair, I have a few friends that we speak about. Normally day before a game, we'll think of what celebration I'll do if I score. So yeah, probably day before a game I'll know what I'll do if I do get on the score sheet.
If you score a hat-trick, do you know what you'll do?
To be fair, I probably wouldn't really do more than one in one game, to be fair. I think one's enough, so the first goal maybe, as long as we're winning. Then after that, it'll just be, normal celebration.
World needs more Demon Slayer, Dom, is all I'm saying.
Okay, I'll think of one.
Subarashi. Dominic, when you signed with Spurs, you said that the club, quote, has ambitions that match mine. What are those ambitions for you, for your team, and what will it take to accomplish them?
I think the main thing for us is winning stuff. Over the last few years, obviously, that's the missing piece to the club. I think, obviously, it's a great club. Everyone knows how big of a club it is. But I think, we need to be winning stuff now. And that's something I want to be part of. Something that the gaffer wants to be part of as well. And I'm sure everyone at the club wants to be a part of. So we're all on the same wavelength to try and make that happen. And hopefully we can do that as soon as possible.
And for yourself?
For myself, like I said, it's just the same. Try to score as many goals as I can, help the team and win stuff. I think I'm at that point in my career where everyone wants to win stuff and that's what you play football for. So yeah, I think that's the main thing on my mind.
Last question. If you could listen to just one tune, one song for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
I'd probably say Juicy by Biggie. Yeah, that song listened to for my whole life, to be honest. It was the start of my life when it probably got released. So something that I'd still like listening to this day. So I don't think I'll ever get bored of listening to it. Yeah, that song means a lot to me.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
Yeah, great song.
Dominic, to you, to your team, to winning stuff. Thank you, mate.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Courage.